1.
Fergie Cross. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing, Peyton?
Today, we are doing 2 very special things. 1, first, Anna, we are going to react to Goldenness's Lady performance video.
It was requested by several people who have been regularly watching her Goldenness series, so thank you very much.
So we're gonna watch. This is for you. So we're gonna watch Lady, and then if you stick around to the end of the video, what are we gonna do, Anna?
We're revealing some top secret information finally, because Anna has finally made a decision on...
Anna has a Goldenness bias.
All right, so right now, pause the video, comment below who you think my Goldenness bias is, and then watch through to the end of the video and see if you're right. All right.
It's really funny. I'm excited.
I was gonna say, should I give any hints?
I don't think we should give hints. I think we should just move on. But first, we're gonna react to Lady.
Okay.
All right, see you on the other side.
1, go. William. So Peyton told me that even though it's in their cutesy era, it's still not as...
Place where Monster X filmed their Hero
Chit-chan
dance version.
Now I can recognize all of them. Thank you very much. Oh, Chiwon. Oh, okay. They're on a helicopter area.
This was still during their cutesy era before reboot, but I really like the vibe of this better.
Oh, it's this song. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's not cutesy.
Watching them dance is so satisfying because they are so in sync.
Sungmin, when they still weren't being very nice about his hair, but this one isn't as bad as some of the other ones. Okay, why? Alright. Wait, what is that little tie for his shirt?
They're so talented. I love them. I like singing.
Yeah, very techno. Why did they give Chaehyun that hair? I'm sorry. See, I'm always so taken aback because Changjoon just looks so pretty, but his rapping voice is more like oof, you know? And now, yes, I do recognize Tag now.
One of the things about having B-side tracks with choreography is that the choreography is often not as intense or as
That in the background.
developed as title track because you don't perform it as often, but they're still doing it so well that it looks impressive even if it's very like not as like intricate.
Not that I don't appreciate Y's voice, but I do think hearing Chichan's voice in this would be more interesting.
I love accents like that, where it's just accenting like...
Wow, okay. Small details we love.
Da, 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 da. I can't think of words right now, but you know what I mean, the accents.
Levels where like Y did it with everyone, and then the level down, and then was it Taeyar that did it? Oh.
Anna, do you want to start?
Oh, I thought you were starting.
That's okay, I can start.
Okay, cool.
So overall, I really like it. It has a more fluid, kind of laid back vibe, and this was back when they were doing a lot of cutesy stuff, and so this vibe was definitely more my style. It honestly, I don't know if you felt like this, but the choreography and the song and the like whole overall aesthetic really reminded me of Don't Wanna Cry by 17, which like I don't like to necessarily compare groups, but that is one of the highest compliments I can give this song because I love 17 and I love that song, but the choreography has more like fluid movements and it's very well put together, and it just has that kind of like sentimental, like melancholy vibe when I listen to it.
I agree that it's kind of similar to something. Like the thought passed my mind for like a split second in terms of like the choreography, sort of the outfits, but not really like the overall vibe. But I actually was thinking of something different, which I'll say later.
Wait, no, I'm curious. What were you thinking?
Maybe it's because I've been listening to a lot of second gen K-pop lately. The song itself reminded me of Man in Love by Infinite. Man in Love was much more like poppy, upbeat, uptempo, but especially like the techno part in the background. And then there's this one like breakdown. I forget when it is. When it, like that happens in Man in Love. I don't know how to explain it, but it's there. But
we are professionals.
But it kind of reminded me of that, which makes sense because it's like the same company.
I focus more on choreography, so that's
I focus more on the song. So anyways, continue.
But then overall, I really liked the moments, especially at the end when they were doing this thing, and they were really highlighting the piano notes and everything.
And then they did that.
So I felt like it was a simpler choreography, which makes sense because it's a B-side, and so they don't spend as much time focusing on it, but it was executed very well, and they were very together, which is like what Woollim is known for anyway. And they had just enough of those small little, like, minute, extra, like, cherry on top moments that
seasoning.
It was very well done, and I was very happy watching it.
So like the overall song, though, it reminded me very much of like second to third gen K-pop, which I love. I'm all about that. Like, she's a K-pop boomer over here, so
okay, boomer.
Another thing that I wanted to say was I forget which part it is. All I know is that I'm pretty sure Y is in the front for it, but
probably
there's like those little background vocals that they do. So I listened to it a second time and I only really noticed it during the second time. Those little background vocals that they do, that for a pretty like melodic song that doesn't really focus on the beats, it adds a little bit of like beat, like percussion to it, which I thought was nice. Another thing was that Y is a great singer. Yes, between the last reaction and this one, I watched his Masked Singer performance. Like, I watch all of the people who went on Masked Singer, I watched their performances, but I wish they would have used Chuchan a little bit more in this one. Which I get, like, Y's tone complements the techno background in the song, but like you didn't really hear Chuchan until he like he sang in the beginning, and then like he came out for his like high note moment, but in the studio, like the sound mixing that they did, you can barely hear it come out. So I was like, bruh, what? And then lastly, one thing that I really want to say is like the aesthetic. I'm all about those like muted pastel-y kind of colors. Like, I love that. My only thing is that when they're dancing on the helipad, like the background sort of sunset, sunrise colors are beautiful with like the skyline, but it just gets ruined by the green of the helipad. And I couldn't stop thinking about that in the back of my mind. Like, obviously they're not going to spend as much like resources on this since it's like a B-side track special performance video, but it would have just, for myself and the aesthetic, it would have been so much nicer if there was like a way they could have filmed it. Like, I don't even need the city skyline, just like I only need like the sunrise, sunset colors in the background, just like no helipad, please.
But did you like it? Yes or no?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
It's like, that's the thing, I was like kind of hesitant about it when we said we were gonna watch it because I'm not really into cutesy stuff anymore, and this is when they're still doing cutesy stuff, but you said, and it is like not really cutesy, it's more like sentimental. So.
In my feels. All right, are you ready, Anna?
I don't know, are you ready?
I've been waiting for this moment. Now is the moment that we have all been waiting for since episode 1 of making Anna into a Goldenness. Anna has finally chosen a golden child bias, which is one step closer to her officially admitting that she is a Goldenness. Are you ready to guess, fam? Is it option 1, Dayo, the first member that she could recognize because she was a big in spirit and she knew him before they debuted? Option 2, Jangjun, the second member she could recognize who became very easy to spot right off the bat. Option 3, Seungmin, her Tonggap, who she recognized quickly because of his bad haircuts and also whose voice she really likes. Or is it option 4, Jibum, the only member that she could never recognize and sometimes couldn't remember was there?
Jibom? Yeah. I really have not recognized him at all. Jibom. There's a J in there. There's also Jibom. That's Jibom, by the way. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jibom. I'm very confused. Jibom. It was Jibom? That's Jibom. Dude, I'm sorry.
Gee, I wonder who it is after that compilation. I have no idea.
Jibom! Busan 남자.
I know. Wow, biggest plot twist ever. Plot twist of the century.
So Anna, as a Jibom bias, give us
my gosh.
a quick rundown of why you chose him.
So I edit our reactions, and as I've been editing the Golden Child music video reactions, like I re-listen and re-watch the music video for that reaction several times. And because I have to watch these music videos so much, a lot of my YouTube recommendations now are a lot of Golden Child videos. So I just end up clicking on random ones, which is how I started watching more Golden Child content. While doing this, I'm like live updating Peyton, like, oh, guess which video I watched today? And then we were discussing who we think my bias is going to be. And throughout our discussion, she was like, wouldn't it be really funny if it ends up being Jibom because you couldn't remember him? And you know what? For some reason, like when I'm watching these videos, he wasn't even the first person that my eyes were drawn to. But because of her saying that, and even before she said that, but because she said that, it started happening more. It's just in the back of my mind. It's like, it's always Jibom is just there, you know? So then I was like, you know what? I think Jibom is going to be my Golden Child bias. So I messaged Peyton this and I was like, I think it's going to be Jibom. And then, so recently it was revealed that Jibom was on King of Masked Singer. And the next day I went downstairs to do my dishes and my parents were watching Masked Singer and it was Jibom. So I was like, it's destiny, it's fate, it has to be. So also, I don't know, I think he also is like most in line with my type for K-pop biases as well. Peyton, would you like to explain how?
Anna tends to like the members who look cold or kind of have that blank expression and then have a complete change when they open their mouths or start talking or smile. She's all into the duality of like cold guy versus goofy guy. And Jibom definitely fits that card.
I just think it's really funny how he like can't speak English.
Or how he just can't speak Seoul dialect either.
Yeah, okay, also I really like Saturi.
Anna, we all really like Saturi.
It just adds to it, you know? But yeah.
So there you have it, everybody.
Yeah.
Anna officially has a Golden Child bias.
But do you know what's really funny is that even though I was like, he's never gonna be my bias, my second favorite is Juchan.
Who she also had trouble recognizing.
Yeah. And also because of their whole like duo thing. But anyways.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Anna has a Golden Child bias and a second Golden Child bias.
Who would have guessed?
One step closer to the official Anna is a Goldenness announcement.
Yeah, I'm still not sure if I can call myself an official Goldenness, but we shall see. Because like, for me to call myself an actual like fan of a group, like by fandom name, instead of just being like, oh yeah, I like them, it takes quite a bit, you know? So we'll see.
But that's good news for you all because it means these videos of us reacting to Golden Child are going to keep coming.
Especially since they're on Road to Kingdom.
Yeah.
So there's going to be more content coming out.
So stay tuned, like and subscribe. Bye.